I think we've had enough of this. The rain is just outrageous. Constantly raining. It's May. We already had the wettest April ever. Why are we still raining? It's getting in the way of all of our lives. We want to just get out there and barbecue. Come on, England, give us some good weather. Enough is enough. Welcome to another episode of Kamado Turk BBQ. Today we have a beef flat brisket. So it's the flat end of the brisket. 1.5 kg, about 4 pounds. Take it out of the I took it out of the freezer yesterday, put it in the fridge, and then basically it's been out, sitting in the kitchen since the morning just to bring it to room temperature. The plan today is to go low and slow, about 225 Fahrenheit, which is close to about 110 Celsius. Cook that for about 3 to 4 hours, low and slow. Get some wood chips in there as well so you get a bit of a smoky flavour. And then once we do that, my plan is to chop it up into little squares and we will do burnt ends. But instead of doing the traditional barbecue sauce all over, my plan is to get a bit of olive oil in there, get some rosemary, get some thyme, get some nice little garlic granules and also some garlic. Put it all in there and then put it in for another 45 minutes so it gets a bit sticky with all of the marinades in there. And then basically have tiny bits of briskets that you can enjoy as like a little treat. So that's the plan. But first of all, what we need to do is we need to coat this up with some mustard and my own mix of spices. This is my traditional spice that I've got in there. It smells fantastic. What you want to do is get something that's not so salty but high in flavour. So what I have in here is some garlic granules, is some paprika, some cayenne pepper for some of that heat. We also got some rosemary. Got some sugar in there, not too much, just a little bit to balance it out. Salt, pepper, and that is it. You can add some cumin as well. Cumin will bring out a bit more of a bit nicer, a bit more spicy flavours, which is quite cool. I haven't got this in this one, but what we're going to do is we're going to completely cover this. And to bind it onto the meat, we're going to be using just some yellow mustard. This doesn't change the concept of the flour. It doesn't change the flavour of the meat whatsoever. It's just a nice binding solution. You can use olive oil, you can use Worcester sauce as well. So let's get in there, let's spawn this up, and then once we do that, get the barbecue going. It is raining, but we're just gonna have to do it. Right? There's no point in complaining. I've done enough complaining this year. Alright? Come on, see you in a bit. Okay, first things first, we're taking the meat out of the bag and then patting it down with a kitchen towel so that we get rid of all of the juices. And then what you want to do is you want to make an indication of how the grain is on the meat, because once it's cooked you won't be able to see it. Once you've done that, cover the meat in mustard or any binding solution and then cover it completely with your spice. This will allow it to make sure that it creates a nice bark. Do both sides and then it's ready to put onto the barbecue. some hard work.
Okay, so we first of all starting off with the charcoal. I always use Big K, give it a nice little mix, and then put in the fire starters. Secondly, we're going to start this off with a flamethrower, get the fire going. I'm a bit impatient. You don't need to do it like this, but I just prefer it and it's a bit of fun. Let that go for about 10 minutes, and then that allows time for the barbecue to light up and get some heat into the ceramics. Give it a nice little close, open up all the vents, and then once you hit that internal temperature of 110 degrees, then it's the time to put your chunk of wood, and also we're going to prepare some water tray so that it keeps the meat moist inside. Chuck in the meter, thermometer, and then close it up, and then Bob's your uncle.
Right, so we are about an hour and 10 minutes into the cook. The gauge says steady at 107 ambient temperature, which is perfect for smoking. And we've got an internal temperature of 57 degrees Celsius, so we're about 10 minutes out, I will say 10-20 minutes out from wrapping this baby up. So let's have a look, open it up, and let's also spritz it. So we're gonna get this, just a bit of water, nothing else special in it. I'm just gonna go onto it a few times. So here we go. That nice little smoke. Okay, so good look. Spritz. Excellent. Cool. That, my friend, is ready to close up. Right, so we are internal temperature about 62, 63. I think we're ready to wrap. It's been an hour and a half. This is only taking a short amount of time because it's so small compared to a larger full packer brisket. It's only 1.5 kg, which is about 3.5 pounds. Now, the temperatures have been extremely steady. I'm going to take this out, wrap it up, spritz it a little bit more just to keep that moisture in, and then put it back in. I'm going to let the barbecue around 145 C, so a bit higher, because we don't really need it to be that low and slow anymore. 110. 110 is very good for smoking. 120. 150 is still technically, 145 is still technically smoking. It's still low enough for us to get that temperature at 95 internal, and make sure that the meat stays moist and extremely soft. The timer on this is it's another 2 hours and 45 minutes to get to that 95 degrees internal temperature. We'll keep an eye on it. Overall, that would mean that it would be about 5-hour cook. A 4-hour cook, 4.5 hours cook, which is good. I think it's an all-round excellent amount of time. Okay, cool. So let's get the meat out. Right, here we go. This has been a 3-hour, 25-minute cook. And we're gonna open this up now, chop it up, give it a taste test. Okay, so let's give this a little taste before we put on. Oh wow. As expected, it tastes really good. Look at that smoke ring. Cool. Now, I'm gonna make those bites. Chop them up into little squares. Right. So this is a sauce I just created. It's got 3 cloves of garlic, butter, it's got honey, and it's got thyme. Let's pour this on top. Oh, look at that. Then use some of the juices. The juices from cook, not too much. Give it a stir. Oh, the smells are unreal. Look at that. Right, so we've covered the whole thing. Now, into the barbecue for 10 minutes or so. That's going to be a little bit of heaven. We've got temperatures of 350 degrees Celsius or 650 Fahrenheit, and it's popping in there, absolutely popping. Have a look. Look at this. That's exactly what we're looking for. And look at that fire. It's, considering that this has been going for 3.5 hours, and it's kept all of that charcoal still going, is really impressive. Let's give this a nice little mix and then in for another 5 minutes. Oh, it's so hot. And then we should be done. Oh, hands burning. Look at that. Whoa. That is a treat. An absolute treat. Cool. Right, we're here, we've done it. Mate, it is so good. This is so good. Just look at that, just look at this, look. It's, these burnt ends have just come out. So good. It's that garlic smell, it's the thyme, everything. It's an absolute joy to look at this. Let's get closer. Right, now it's time taste it. Let's get my fork out. Ooh, let's put it in that sauce. Oh. It's my new favourite thing. I'm not joking. It's hot. It just tastes so good. Look at that. You gotta try this. It was so good. I can't fault it. I really can't. Guys, thank you for watching Kamado Turk BBQ. Please like, please subscribe, and we'll do more of these. Oh, outrageous.